Hello everyone, welcome to my show. I'm the empath, and it's it's a little late for me. It's 12:46, technically in the morning. And realized I hadn't done a video for today yet. I at least had Bible Babble to do, which I'll be doing next. But I started thinking what to do a little bit of a thing. Part of the reason why I do the vlogs is to kind of just be able to express myself and to vent, because sometimes I don't feel like I can express myself properly around people that just don't have the time, they don't have the patience, I don't have the patience to deal with them and how they'd react to what I say. But on here I feel like I can say what's going through my mind, what's going through my head, and not have to worry about being judged. Because honestly, if you're judging me and giving me a problem, what does that matter? I mean, sure, I value your opinions and I value what you think, but at the same time, if you don't like something about me, if you don't like my content, you don't have to watch. You know. But point is I feel like I can say what I want to say, and if someone wants to watch and care about, you know, how I feel and such, great. If they don't, then at least I've said it. Maybe years from now or something like that, I can look back and it helps me, or maybe someone else watches and it helps them. So that's part of why I make vlogs and I'm open. If the last vlog I did, I talked about being depressed and being, all that. And past few vlogs that I did before that were talking about different things about personality traits, like, being respectful and things like that, being patient. So, if it helps you guys, great, but at the very least it helps me, just to say it, just to get it off my chest. Initially I'd had a blog before I had a YouTube channel. It was called Brain Space, because it felt like it was kind of a reference to Scrubs, but I didn't feel like I had enough brain space. I needed to vent. So, not I'm not I'm not always happy-go-lucky. I'm not always a crazy goofball. There are some times where I'm serious, and there are some times where, being kind of blunt about it, I'm kind of depressing. That's just part of me. Everyone's got that part of them. They just tend to hide it sometimes. They don't let people see it. They don't want people to know. And that bothers me. It bothers me when people hide like that. But more to the point of, now that I've given all that disclaimer stuff, because I felt the need to, before I was going to do the Bible Babble, I started feeling really lonely. I don't always feel like my folks quite understand me, quite get me. I feel like they're too focused on, you know, they're too focused on what would be best for me, and, you know, being in my corner, but they don't always see my point of view. They see what's best for me, but they don't see how I see. And that bothers me. Recently I was trying to apply to a place called Cookout, and my parents were kind of getting in the way of my applying there, because I would have had to get my own background check, pay for it myself and everything, and that just seemed shady to my folks, because, that people could fake that sort of thing, stuff like that. And so they're worried about who I'd be working with, and blah, blah, blah. And granted, yes, they're looking out for the best for me. But at the same time, I need a job. I need to have income. I need to feel like I can be someone who's respectable and like I can take care of myself. I don't feel like that. And this is a place that would offer me that because I'd be able to have income and take care of myself. And they're getting in the way of that. So it frustrated me to no end. And even though I could see, what was best for me through them, they didn't see how I felt. And it just about didn't matter when I was talking to my mom earlier about it, because she was still insisting upon, well, this is what's best for you. So it seems like she more or less dismissed how it made me feel. I don't feel like people understand me very well. And that hurts. My username is The Empath for a reason. I like Doctor Who, and when, because of one of my friends passing, Ryan passed, I, with a bunch of various things that are going through my head, because I think about a bunch of things, I'm in my head a lot, I thought about what would my name be. There's the Doctor, there's the Master, what am I? And I felt like the Empath was the best description of me. Because one of the things that I try to do, one of the things I pride myself on, is being able to understand. Being able to understand people, how they feel, why they feel that way. Or if I don't, then trying to. If I don't understand a situation, then I try to talk to the people who are involved in the situation. And I'll ask them so that I can understand it. Or if someone is behaving a certain way, then I'll ask them, why are you doing this? Why are you acting this way? And that's only if I can't understand it already. Or sometimes if I just want to make certain that I'm understanding it correctly. I don't feel like I get that very much. I don't feel like there are many people, I can't even think of a single person really who has tried understanding me. There are a couple people I know of I'm close to, and who might fit that sort of description. One of them is Min. Min, and until recently where my schedule's just been busy, so I haven't been able to go over there very much. But beforehand, I felt like Min kind of had my back. And whether he understood me or not, it felt like he understood me. Or at least understood me enough to know that these were some things that I liked, and he could be a way to free me from my problems. Hide in the world of video games. So for one reason or another, whether he did or not, it felt like he understood. I can say for certain that Alex doesn't understand me. She doesn't. Because of how understanding I am, she thinks I know everything. Has told me a couple times that she thinks that I'm perfect, even though I know that that's not true, and that because she can't think that I'm perfect, at least not all the time, and I know that I'm not perfect. My brother doesn't understand me. My parents don't understand me. Min makes me feel like he understands me. Every now and then my parents make me feel like they understand. There are times where it feels like they understand me sometimes. But I don't get the sense from any of them, from anybody, that they have the level of understanding of others that I do. And that's not bragging. I'm not trying to brag. I hate to sound like I'm bragging. So please don't view it that way. It just feels like it, the only thing I have to compare it to would be like a massage. Now, there are some people who give pretty good massages, but the trouble with that is finding someone who can give as good of a massage as they do. Because if you can give an excellent massage, then great. But if someone can't give you that same quality of massage, if not better, then you feel gypped. Because here you are helping people and helping people and helping people, and you can't get the same kind of quality of service. And it's just frustrating. It's not about you are able to give better service than anyone else. It's a matter of you feel gypped because you can't get the same thing in kind. Treat others how you want to be treated, sort of mentality. Well, part of that is you're treating others how you want to be treated. So why can't anybody treat you that way? You're treating them how you want to be treated, so why aren't they picking up on that? Why aren't they treating you that way? That sort of thing. I don't feel like people try so hard to understand me. And I always feel... Sometimes I feel bad when they do. Because I feel like I'm going to frustrate them and they're just going to give up on me. Because again, I don't feel like people try as hard as I don't feel like people try as hard as I do. Again, I hate to sound... this is the last I'm going to say it, really, unless it bothers me again, but I don't say any of this to brag. I don't. I say it to vent. I know I'm not the best. I'm not perfect. But I know more or less where I stand, kind of, on the scales. And it frustrates me. Because part of the... Again, not bragging. Part of the thing about being at the top is if you are at the top, if you are in the lead, you're the one trudging through everything. You are the one who has to make the path. So everything's a pain in the bum. Everyone behind you has it a fair bit easier. Because even the person right behind you, you have cleared stuff out of their way. So even if you've only cleared a little bit, it's that much easier. And the person behind them has had 2 people ahead of them. So they have it even easier. And so on. Sometimes it feels like I don't have that many people ahead of me. So I'm getting a little bit of the brunt of what's in the path. And it feels lonely. I don't feel understood. It doesn't always feel like people care enough. There are times where people do. They show me that they care, and I love it. There are times where it feels like people don't. plenty of times where my brother seems not to care. My dad seems not to care. My mom seems not to care. Times where my friends seem not to care. It seems like Alex doesn't care. They're very few and far between are the friends that I can think of who I can't recall a time where it didn't seem like they cared. And for someone like me who cares so much, that's frustrating and it's hurtful. You're supposed to give what you get. You get what you give. I'm giving. I'm trying to give. And give and give. And I'm not getting. I told Alex that I didn't think I could handle talking and texting. And I think if it was on as needed basis, if she wanted my help with something school wise, or if she was having a really bad day so she needed to talk about it, that'd be one thing. But if it's just a chat, if it's just, I miss you so I want to chat, that I don't think I can do. If she needs me, either because she's really upset about something, or because she needs my help with something, sure, I'll help. I'll lend an ear. If it's just a chat, if it's just a social call, no. I miss her. I can't tell why for certain. It might just be a defense mechanism. But there's a portion of my mind that has thought about what could be viewed as her flaws. Just like everybody else, she's got a few things to work on. I've got a few things to work on. Everybody does. And even though, I've thought of some of the flaws that she's got, it doesn't mean I love her any less. It actually means that I miss her even more. It's frustrating. I distract myself by watching YouTube, by playing games, by looking at things on Facebook. Sometimes by doing chores, sometimes just by daydreaming. There are plenty of times where I'm not here, where I'm not part of this world. I am off in my own world, or in some other world that somebody's created. But I'm not here. Somewhere else. And there are plenty of times where I just wish I could be here. Or I wish it was worth it to be here. Back in the days where we'd run around and play tag, play hide and seek, play on the playground, or play, touch football or something like that. That's part of why I love church group. Because for that time, I was there. We played games, we talked, we read chapters in the Bible, we went over the story. Whatever it was for that week. And it was an hour a week. Every week. Of being there. Of just being there. I'm not here. I'm off in my own world. And I'm lonely. I'm so lonely. I have people that care about me, and I would care to imagine that if I wanted to, I could have my choice of a number of people who I could choose to pursue. I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just looking for someone to understand. I'm going to make a Doctor Who reference. After the Doctor lost Rose, he wasn't looking for a new girlfriend. He was looking for a friend. I really need a friend right now. Not anyone where there's any sexual tension. I think I just need to hang out with Min. I haven't hung out with him in a while. If I could spend a bunch of time with Alex and go on dates with her, maybe that'd be one thing. But I can't do that. I don't think that would help as much either. I think I just need to spend some time with Min. So Min, if you're watching this, you and I really need to work out some time to hang out together. So give me a call, we'll work out our schedules, and you and I need to hang out. It's been long overdue, and as I just stated, I need it. So let's work it out. And I'm sorry that I ramble and that my videos, sometimes go on so long like this, but it's at the same time, what am I apologizing for? For wasting your time? You're the one who's choosing to watch my video. That's on you. You probably have your own world to escape. And honestly, you could have clicked out of the video by now if you really didn't want to come this far. But, so yeah. If you have watched this much, if you watch this much regularly and everything, I appreciate it. I really do. I hear YouTubers like Toby and Felix and Jordan talk about how they never thought that they would get that far. They never imagined it. They never pictured it. I can say that that's getting to where they are. It's a goal of mine. It's something that I could envision for myself just because others have done it. But actually being there is a lot different. I can imagine myself being there, by the same time I can't. Because there's that bit of doubt that I'm not good enough, that I'll never get there. I can never be there. Why would I ever get to be there? If I do ever get that far, where I've got, a few hundred, a few thousand, a few million subscribers, I'll be really happy. Like I said recently, you are my VIPs. For every subscriber I have, I feel that much more confident. If I got as many as 100 subscribers, that would make me quite happy. I mean, there are 100 people who thought my content was good enough that they actually liked what I had. So they subscribed. 1,000 people? That would impress me. If there were 1,000 people who thought my content was worth subscribing to. If I ever got as much as 1,000,000 or so, that's the dream for me. I'd had my first church camp experience on the last night that we had there. We'd had a whole nother morning, but on the last night, I had broken down crying, and there were a bunch of people who came over to me and comforted me. I realized the reason why I was crying was because that was a place filled with so much love. Everybody there, it felt like everybody there cared about me, to one extent or another. And I had been needing that for a long time. If I ever got as much as 1,000,000 subscribers, if I got that much, I think I'd get a similar feeling. Feeling like people care. Like I matter. For those of you who have stuck it out to the end, I appreciate it. I really do. And, yeah, I wasn't terribly concerned about the quality, but I'm uploading this in the 360p because it uploads faster, and it's 1:15 in the morning when I'm finishing with this video, and I have a Bible babble still to do. So, yeah, I figured I'd try it and see how it works. Of course I'm recording this now, so I don't know how it is working or anything like that, but that will determine whether or not I do this sort of thing more regularly. If the quality, and really I'll only do it in the lower quality if I think that the video doesn't matter so much, if it's more what I'm saying that matters, because there have been a few videos that are like that. So thanks for watching. Like and favorite if you enjoyed, and subscribe to become a VIP today. And we'll see you all next time with Bible Babble. Have a great day.